Yeah, you know what time it is, baby. It's the Milkman, and I'm back with another one. So listen, before we jump right into this email, I just want to let you guys know because, the sender said this one is crazy. Before we do that, I just want to let you guys know to send your stories, the things that happen at yahoo.com. It could be anything controversial. It could be helpful. There's anything for the family. You never know who would help out, and you never know who would be able to resonate with your story. So let's get right into this one right now. And it starts off with, "Hey, Milkman, how are you doing? I have a crazy YorkU story that I want to share about Scott Library. I usually never study in Scott. Too many people, too many distractions. There was one day I really needed to get some studying done where Scott was the best option in the moment. So I made the exception because the exam season was starting. And we all know about exam season. I was on the 4th floor in one of the quieter sections behind the racks of books, an isolated area where there's just a couple of desks facing each other, but there's a divide. First mistake, isolating yourself. But let's get into this. About an hour into my silent study session, a guy sits at the desk directly in front of me. I didn't think anything of it, even though there were plenty of other choices to sit. Don't you just hate that when there's empty spaces and the person just decides to sit right by you? Anyways, it was quiet regardless. About 20 minutes go by and I start to hear heavy breathing. Like the guy in front of me just finished a marathon or something. Again, I didn't think much of it. Just strange. Another 20 minutes go by and I can visibly see this man tilting back and forth, holding his hands to his head. Don't tell me this guy is serving himself in the actual library, because Scott Library is known to have some sus stuff going on. And he's rocking and starting to mumble under his heavy breathing. So at this point, I'm under the impression he's either really into his studying and it's not going well, or he's starting to have a panic attack. Or maybe option 3, he's like, pleasuring himself or something. I don't know. Let's see what happens. He suddenly stands up, hands still on his head, lets out one of those powerlifters' grunts, turns around and walks away, leaving all of his belongings. He left his wallet, his phone, his car keys, laptop, bags, and his fast food. Even his fast food. He comes back, I kid you not, 3 hours later, completely silent with a stone cold pale face. Takes his stuff and leaves, only leaving a textbook on his desk. When it was my time to leave, I took a look at the textbook he left and realized he straight up just gave up on trying to study for a Stats 1 exam. What? I never went back to study at Scott after that. What? All that for a Stats 1? Stats is really that hard? So it ends by Shahan saying, "Walking home that day, I told myself I'd never allow myself to get that stressed out for school ever. Hope you like the story." Shahan. Yeah, man, Shahan, that was a dope story. And although I've never studied stats, I have studied at Scott Library, and I can tell you, I never really had any crazy experiences like that, but I bet the people who met Mr. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man will probably have a story close to that, who knows? All right, so one thing that Shahan mentioned in this email that I would really like to highlight is when he said, "Walking home that day, I told myself I'd never allow myself to get that stressed out for school ever." And again, this this point is really essential. I don't care if you're in medical school. I don't care if you're if you're doing your general studies, whatever the case is. Honestly, your health is wealth. So make sure you take care of yourselves and keep that stress level to a minimum. I know that there's a lot riding on your education. It could be your family members who are telling you that you need to get good grades, or it could be just yourself trying to push yourself to that point to get good grades. Yes, good grades is cool, but what good is good grades if you're not here, or if you're not in the right state of mind to appreciate them? So I just want to let you guys know, I hope you're studying well, and at the same time, taking care of yourself, okay? But like I said, in the meantime, in between time, the milkman, leave your comments in the comment box. I'm off this. Easy, fam.